The 1992 Barcelona Olympics was the first time that NBA players were allowed to represent the United States. And of course, the US brought together some absolute legends and the first dream team and absolutely demolished the competition. It was actually the Olympics, you could say, really globalized the sport of basketball. It just absolutely took off internationally after that. And on foot, Michael Jordan was wearing the Jordan 7 and Jordan brand in 2008 to celebrate the Barcelona Olympics. They took inspiration from a Barcelona-born painter and sculptor, put it on the shoe, and now it's back for the first time ever. Air Jordan 7 Miro. Now the shoe is dropping on July 10th for bonkers price of $255. Just absolutely batshit insane, but it is what it is. Dumb like me are still gonna be tempted to overpay for a pair of shoes. And this shoe, of course, the colorway first dropped in 2008, right before the Beijing Olympics. And the colorway is inspired by Spanish painter and sculptor Joan Miro. So he has a specific sculpture called, oh, can't pronounce that. It is woman and bird in English, but it is Donut Eocel. I'm totally butchering it, but he is from Barcelona. Of course, the 1992 Olympics was also in Barcelona. Now, I have been to Barcelona once back in 2018. It was like a work trip, and I literally spent 2 days there. So I didn't really get to explore the city much, mostly working at the time. The one kind of off hours that I was able to do there, I went to go see, I forget the main tourist attraction there, but it was actually under construction, so I didn't even see it properly. Absolutely sucked, but I definitely am looking forward to visiting again in the future. And first impressions of the shoe, I really like it. I really like this abstract design. I think one big tell of someone that just has no artistic capabilities is when they appreciate painting or artwork that is just like cool colors thrown together. And that is me. When I see this, I'm like, I can think of these color combinations, so I think it looks cool. I don't think it's like legendary, delicious colorway, but I think it's really good. And the Jordan 7 is a shoe that I'm not like dying for. It is not one of my favorite silhouettes ever, but I think in a really nice colorway, it does look very good. And I think this is one of them. We also don't see it often, so I do appreciate when they bring back kind of retros that they're not trying to hammer us in our throats over and over again. Now, real quick before I get into the details, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoyed any of my past videos, it would be a great help if you hit that like and subscribe button, because I need the algorithm gods to really not forget about me. And the box of the shoe, it is the Michael Jordan face box that they have been bringing back this year in 2008. I don't think it came with the Michael Jordan face box. This is what it came with. And the materials on the shoe, the base layer, so the black part, it is actually nubuck. The nubuck does feel kind of synthetic. Like, it doesn't feel like the nicest nubuck or anything. And on the overlays, of course, you will just get leather. The leather here, it is decent. It is not like the best premium, thick, or even soft type of leather. It is okay. It does have that kind of polyurethane coating, so it does have that kind of shinier aesthetic to it. And it of course has all that abstract art on the shoe as well. It is actually not like printed, so like the black parts you see here, when you feel it, it does feel like it's debossed like into the leather itself. So it's not like printed where you can kind of scratch that pattern off. And moving up the tongue, you will see this neoprene tongue that extends onto the booty here. And the reason why there is neoprene on the Jordan 7 is the designer, Tinker Hatfield, when he was designing the Huaraches, he was inspired by, was it sport fishing, some water type of sport where neoprene is used often. And he was like, why not use neoprene on sneakers? So the Huaraches, the Jordan 7s also has it, came out around the same time, and you'll see the ventilation going up the tongue onto the Air Jordan branded tongue itself, and of course that booty pull tab right there. And on the booty itself, you will see the number 9. Now you may be wondering why it is not 23. It is because Michael Jordan wore number 9 in the Olympics, and he also wore the Jordan 7 in the Olympics. And the shoe comes with these multicolored laces out of the box. It is like this flat type of laces, and you see these gold metal-like lace tips. Very nice there. And it also comes with 5 extra sets of laces. So this is for all the times that I've ever complained about not getting extra laces when I spend a lot of money on shoes. So they're just gonna stuff us with laces, one for each color of the Olympic ring. And in 2008, the laces actually also came in like this frame, which also had the year 1984, first time Michael Jordan participated in the Olympics as a college athlete, as well as 1992, and then of course, 2008, when this shoe first released. Out of all of them, I think the ones that come out of the box actually probably looks the best, just fits into this type of abstract design the best, I think, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with these. Now, one thing about the Jordan 7, you may notice there is a lack of Nike branding anywhere on the shoe. It is actually the first Air Jordan shoe to come with no Nike branding, so kind of a start of an era. Now, in terms of the cushioning of the Jordan 7, it does just come with a polyurethane midsole with a full-length Nike Air unit, and you will see this icy translucent outsole here with the 5 colors shown and the honeycomb pattern with that abstract art kind of poking through. Really love the Jordan 7 outsole. One of the best. And in terms of the insoles, it is not polyurethane insoles, even though you're spending nearly $300 for this shoe. It is just with custom branding here too. And in terms of sizing and comfort, I am a wide and flat footer for Jordan 7s. It is tough. It is tough. It is a pretty kind of tight silhouette, especially with this neoprene booty that kind of makes it even more tighter, almost acts like an extra sock. If you do have wide and fat feet, I do recommend going up half a size so it doesn't feel too tight, but there is going to be a little bit of wiggle room in the toe box. Just no perfect solution. In terms of overall comfort, this might look like a pretty bulky and kind of clunky shoe, but weight-wise, it's actually decent, especially for a shoe that came out way back in the 90s, so it could be worse. Underfoot, still pretty flat to the ground, not too much softness or bounciness or responsiveness, but for a casual everyday shoe, I think it does the job. And that brings the total sole score of the Air Jordan 7 Miro to 30 out of 40, a pretty good score compared to other general releases. Now first, it is colorway. I think this is a really nice colorway. It is something that I couldn't come up with, so I of course just appreciate it. I'm just dumb with colors. So slap together some cool kind of abstract colors. Dumb like me appreciates it. I think it works well. And in terms of the materials, I think they could have come better. Honestly, for a shoe that is $255, it's a bit ridiculous. The nubuck feels like synthetic here. The leather, don't think it is the most premium type of leather, especially for a shoe at this price. I really think they're shortchanging us here. And in terms of the comfort, I think the 7s are a decently comfortable shoe, provided you don't have super big fat wide feet like myself. If you do, definitely go up half a size. But overall, for casual use, there's not too many complaints. And in terms of the versatility, I think the shape of the 7s, it's kind of growing on me. I think it's actually slightly underrated in terms of wearability. It's kind of sleek in terms of wearability of the colorway. It's a little out there, but I think the colors chosen here doesn't look too bonkers, doesn't look like too ridiculous where it's hard to wear. So yeah, I think it's actually a decently versatile shoe. Now today's throwback of the day, since this is a colorway originally from 2008, it is going to be the 2008 Redeem Team, a USA basketball team led by Kobe Bryant. And if you remember, around this time, or since the 2004 Olympics, actually the 2002 World Cup, the US just was not in their peak form when it comes to international basketball. They were absolutely underperforming, really overlooking international competition. The rest of the world was catching up. So in 2008, they were like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go serious. We're gonna recapture the gold." I lived through that time, like real time. It was insane watching that team led by Kobe, and LeBron was like in his peak athletic prime, at least, probably even his prime. His prime is so long that it's hard to really define a certain era. Dwayne Wade came off like one of his best seasons ever, and he actually came off the bench. He was absolutely killing it. Jason Kidd, Deron Williams, Chris Paul, Tayshaun Prince, Dwight Howard. It was an absolutely stacked team. And the gold medal game was bonkers. It was against Spain, Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, Jorge Garbajosa, Rudy Fernandez, a really good Spanish team. The game was close, like pretty much start to finish, but during the clutch moments with like 3 minutes 40 left, the Black Mamba, Bean himself, just took over. He had that bonkers 4-point play where he hit the crowd with this. And honestly, since that moment, they kind of secured that narrow lead. It just felt like the momentum shifted to the US and they were going to recapture gold. I honestly don't even remember the last time I reviewed a Jordan 7. It is one of those shoes Jordan Brand doesn't bring back too often. When they do, I always look forward to it. And when it comes in a special colorway, I'm here for it. And I think you can definitely say this is one of those Jordan 7s. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Soul Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Air Jordan 7 Miro. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.